Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Gamecock Jenny Love. Good morning, James, my love. And yes, it did change your name and picture, just to let you know. I just paid attention. um, Good morning, everybody in the clouds and the bushes this morning. This is your med check reminder to take your medication. Don't be like me and forget. I need to go ahead and take my blood pressure medication, my ADHD medication. You know what I'm saying? So I could be as normal as I can be. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Okay, hey, happy. You know, I have my songs that I'm contractually obligated to sing if certain people come in the room. I just have to do it, okay? Hey, happy, how you doing? I'm getting all my meds together right now so I can med check reminder. Take my medication. I woke up a little late. I'm gonna take my happy med so I don't kill a bitch today. Actually, my ADHD med is not a happy med. Technically, it's a I can concentrate med. Hey, twin mama love. For some reason, the twin mama show's been running through my head recently. Twin mama show, twin mama show. And it is true that Charlie be asleep most of the time during the Twin Mama show. I try to stay up, but you know I'm not a late stayer upper. Good morning, Mr. MRH. I hope you're having a beautiful, blessed morning. I hope everybody is this morning. I hope all cheering out there are doing well. I know you coming live tonight too. You gonna do Wednesday and Thursday. Oh snap! I'm gonna have to be in three different places at once. Cause we got Miss Raditha, we got Miss Angela, and we got Miss Twin Mama. I'm gonna be in three different places at once. Well, usually you go live later at Twin Mama, so they'll probably be ended by the time that you even get ready to go live. You know what I'm saying? Because you usually go live later. They're both going live earlier. Oh, you off today? So you ain't got you like hell yeah. I'm off today, child. I got time today. Oh, you thought tonight was Thursday? Twin Mama, is you a day off and a dollar short? I've been that way before, though. I thought it was a whole nother day. Today's Wednesday. We are going out to eat this afternoon, though. After my live, we're gonna have a celebration dinner for Mama not having cancer, and the doctor still ain't called me, y'all. Thank God I got my chart and I can look at it my damn self. Thank God I can do that, and I know and understand things. Imagine if I was a dumbass, y'all. That'd be hard to do. I'm telling you, twin mama, if I don't have a calendar, I got to put my calendar up. Speaking of which, if I don't have a calendar where I can mark off the days, I forget what day it is half time. And the only reason Monday through Friday I remember what day it is because I have to look on my calendar to set up which. That's why I did the. To tell you the truth, instead of just doing coffee conversations, I started doing like themed days was because it was easier for me now to remember what day it is because I have to look up what day it is in order to know to what set my title as, right? So if it's a messy mod Monday, I have to be able to know it's Monday. If it's a topic Tuesday, I have to know it's Tuesday. If it's a wellness Wednesday, I have to know it's a Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? Therapy and true crime Thursday, I have to know it's a Thursday, right? And freaking, I have three different things I can do on Friday. I have fuck around and find out Friday. I have freaky spooky Friday, where we tell scary stories. And sometimes I'll do coffee conversations on Fridays. I know, right, Twin Mom? I know. I'm gonna get you one of them calendars. You know where the good looking fireman's is on it, and if it gets warm, You can't let the kids see it. Let's say it that way. You know what I'm saying? It slowly unveils them as you go past the months. Like in the first ones, they're all like dressed up, and then by the time it gets to December, they got on like little bitty underwear. Hey, the kids can't look at that calendar. Hey, Miss Catherine. Oh, my daddy had a shot glass. He had this glass when I was little, and it looked like to me because I never saw it while it was cold. Um, that the lady had clothes on, right? But I was a smartass and used the glass one day, and this is how I found out about it. I was told I wasn't supposed to use this glass; that it was a special glass. But I was a smartass little kid, so you know what I did. I went and I put liquid in the glass. And then I saw it undress the lady. And I was like, oh my god, because they used to have those back in the day. Those glasses that did that. I went to the smoke shop the other day and I was looking at these posters and they looked normal from one view. And then I moved and the motherfuckers went naked and I was like, what the fuck? I did not realize those were a thing. I thought they were normal posters. I didn't know. I did not know. Good morning, Watcher Love. I had fun in your live yesterday with the deers and being on the back roads because it made me feel like I was at home. Because around here we do the same thing. We take little rides around the back roads. You know what I mean? Just it's called a Sunday drive is what we call it around here, even if it ain't Sunday. You know what I'm saying? You have a pen with floating egg and swimming sperms. I bet that's funny as hell. I love funny gifts. I think they're amazing. Yeah, the scenic route home, the scenic route. When I got time, I do. I'll take the scenic route, and sometimes I'll get lost on purpose, if that makes sense. Because I know it. All the roads lead together. I know how to get my way back home. Like here's the thing, you can't really truly get me lost as long as I have a Google Maps and and even if I don't have a Google Maps, if I know I'm headed north and I need to be headed south, or if I know I'm headed east or west, and as long as I know my directionals, you can't get me lost. That's people thought that I'm lying about that, but I'm not. You can ask my husband. You can ask anybody that knows me. It's very hard to get me lost. I can find my way back. Trust and believe that. You know what I'm saying? I can find my way back. And my grandmother tested me one day when she was still alive, rest her soul. We went up to a place where I ain't never been before. And she goes, now, before we get here, I'm gonna show you the way in, but you gotta bring me back out. And I was like, okay. I remembered every direction of going into this place. And it wasn't just like you take a right, left, right, left. It was a lot, right? And when we got back out, I let her directly back out. And she was like, oh my God, you do have a photographic memory when it comes to directions. I'm like, yeah, I don't know why. That's the one thing I'm good at. That's true, twin mama. That was an ultimate date back in the day. Drinking beer and driving the back roads. That was the ultimate day. That was the ultimate thing back in the day. People would do that for real. Yeah, one day we'll get another fuel friendly economy car. I am kind of sad we had to get rid of the Alpha, but at the same time, man, repairing that motherfucker was expensive. Hell, getting an oil change was expensive and hard to do. You couldn't hardly find places that wanted to touch that car because of it being a foreign car or whatnot. A lot of people don't like touching those cars, and I don't know why. And I did love the Alpha a lot. I really did. The Alpha Romeo. But we traded it off because it started to have problems. We paid over $3,000 to have that motherfucker fixed, and it still wasn't fixed. So we traded that motherfucker off for a Forerunner. The 4Runner is great, but we need something that's a little more fuel efficient. Because that 4Runner be eating up some gas, baby. You know what I'm saying? You want your SIR Civic? You know I wanted that purple Challenger we saw the other day too. That was it a Charger? The purple one. I wanted it. It was so pretty. You know I want a purple one. I love the Alfa Romeos, but they're just expensive as fuck to keep up with, and the fucking insurance on those. It was a Challenger. Yeah, I like that purple Challenger. That looked nice. It was in plum crazy. It was in purple. It's like I was like, yes. Me and Lolo, my friend Lolo, always talking about that's our dream car. And if I had a real dream car, if I had like stupid money, I would go for a purple Spider. Yeah, if I had stupid money. You know what I'm talking about? Like you got so much money you can wipe your ass with it. I don't have that kind of money. I don't have that stupid ass money. That's what I call stupid money when you could just do some dumb shit. Have y'all ever seen and also I love Gelatos just because of the song. A Lamborghini Gelato and watch me smack that all on the floor, smack that till you get so oh. That song made me fall in love with the Lamborghini Gelato. It really did. Because that song came out when I was in high school, or right after high school. Um, Akon was huge when I was in high school, so was T Pain. I know that for some of y'all, it was different things because we're all in different age groups in a way. Like, I'm not young, but I'm not old either, if that makes sense. I'm like what they call mid range or mid age because I'm not quite 40 yet. So I've not hit like. So for some people, I'm considered young, and for other people, I'm considered older. I'm in that time frame of life. You know what I'm saying? I'm still in my 30s right now. But I love how somebody likes to claim, oh, yeah, you don't have this. I love every single one of y'all. I want y'all to know, y'all who are in my chat right now, y'all my people. I could have two people in here chatting, and I'm straight with that. Because as long as I got people who love me and care about me and they're quality people, that's all the fuck I give about. I got good quality people that I care about and they care about me, and that's all I care about. Have anybody seen Wire? Wire, are you okay? Missing you. Just want you to know. Hey, Mr. Don. See, if I don't see somebody, like when I saw Miss Beth the other night, I was so excited because I was starting to worry about Miss Beth. If I don't see people, you know what I'm saying? I start worrying. I start freaking out. Y'all can't be doing that to me. But if I see y'all in another chat, I know you okay. That's all that matters to me. Like I saw, I'll be seeing Miss Joy and everybody else. Because I know what a lot of people tell me. Like I was told this the other night, Mr. Austin. He comes in here a lot of my friends, a lot of my people, the reason I don't have a huge viewer count is because I go live when everybody's at work or everybody's asleep because they work night shift. You know what I'm saying? And so they're up at night. My friend Vivi, same thing. She's asleep right now, most likely. She works night shift. You know what I'm saying? And I thank you to my replay gang and everybody that's in here because I know y'all could be getting some extra sleep or y'all might be busy doing things early in the morning, cleaning house, taking care of things, doing stuff. But y'all here with me, and I want to thank y'all for that. You know what I mean? You could be anywhere else in the world, and you here with me. Good morning, Mr. Kenny. How you doing? I think people need to be thankful for what they do have, in my personal opinion. Thankfulness. Baby shark, do 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 do. Baby shark, do 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 do. Baby shark. I have to sing that every once in a while. I have to sing that every once in a while. Because I think I'm the only one that ever sung or called you Baby Shark. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm the only one. Now, they called you Shark or whatever, but I'm the one that started Baby Shark. And the problem is, most likely, me and you are probably not far apart in age. And I'm acting like you're like this young 19-year-old or 18-year-old. You know what I'm saying? But we're probably not far in age because I'm only 38 years old. So we're probably not too far. But I don't know why you became my baby shark instead of like auntie shark, cousin shark, or, you know, but you became my baby shark or brother shark. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say this, with what you went through with that, when you got hit by that tornado, I'm surprised. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you're 10 years younger. Okay, so I'm still. It's good to call you Baby Shark. Okay, all right, that's good. That's good to know that I didn't make you feel so young, like I was calling you a kid or something. You know what I mean? Cause you know. But when you got hit by a tornado, I'm surprised you can walk still and all that shit, man. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm glad you here with us today, because that could have ended a lot more crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I thank you, Jesus, that you made it and that you here today. And I'm gonna tell you something. You're gonna have to probably deal with pain for the rest of your life because of that. You know what I'm saying? That ain't no joke. But I am glad that God saw it fit that you to be here with us today. Cause that them storms ain't no joke. Them tornadoes ain't no joke. I'm gonna tell you something. Living in it every year, I've seen the destruction that they cause. I've seen the you know what I'm saying. I feel, yes, you're divinely blessed, baby shark, divinely blessed. He got you here for a reason. What that reason is, I don't know yet, but I'm gonna tell you something. I'm glad God still got you here. I couldn't imagine it, without some of y'all. I'm gonna say this, Watcher, you divinely blessed, baby. How many people tried to take you out this world, and baby, you still standing strong too, standing strong, strong as hell. Also, I did catch my email to that person who emailed you, and I'm gonna hit you back, baby. I've just been a little busy, a little busy. It happens sometimes with me. You know what I'm saying? I get a little busy. Creole Butterfly, if you hear in the sound of my voice, baby, I ain't forgot about your intro outro, sweetheart. I've just been so busy. I ain't got time to go switch those songs around and do stuff, but I'm gonna do it. I just been so busy. I ain't even really been on my computer much. If you notice, a lot of people, like, I try to hit links, I try to visit everybody, I try to support the world, but sometimes I get super busy. I know, I know it's hard to take it easy, um, when you're told to take it easy, and you want to. Your brain says you can do one thing, but your body says, "Hell no, bitch, sit the fuck down." Because trust me, my body tells me that all the time. Um, I have a degenerative disc disease, right? And mine came from a wreck when I was 15 years old. I had one wreck at 15 and one at 16. Bus accidents, believe it or not. Be careful putting your children on buses, school buses. They are so dangerous. People just don't know. I'm just telling you. It's because of that, of why I have my health condition. But that's why I would never let my son, when he was. I did send, on contrary to popular belief, the jackass doesn't know. I did send my son to regular school for a little bit, and I didn't like the way my son was treated, and the fact of how much my son would have to miss. He would fail school. That's why he was homeschooled. And the crazy part about it is, my son is probably smarter than most kids. Not saying all. He's a brilliant young man, and he's really good at it. Like, he's doing that thing, Thizzle. But you got to think also, on top of that, I graduated in the top 10% of my class. And we had, for my school, it was the largest graduation they've ever seen and ever have seen. It's never been that many since, or before, or after. We had over 300 graduating students in my class alone. We graduated the entire band line, except for one or two. We graduated the entire football team almost, except for one or two. We graduated the entirety of Like like when they called the seniors to the stands to the bottom, when they do that, when they do senior day and they bring all the seniors down, you'll have seen how empty those stands were. We had the largest graduating class to ever graduate in my county, and I was in the top 10%. And you want to know why I didn't get higher? Our valedictorian and salutatorian were a set of twin girls, identical twin girls, who got a 99 and a 100 average. And the one girl who got that 199 cried about it because they should have technically, if she hadn't got that 99, they would have tied for valedictorian. She cried about getting that 99 because she wanted to tie with her sister on valedictorian. But they got valedictorian and salutatorian. It was a set of twin girls. No shit. And we had over 300 kids in my graduating class, and some of them didn't graduate. We had over 300. And we had some that didn't graduate. And I was in the top 10%. I was actually number 50. Like when you count it, I was number 50. I was top 10%. I probably would have been higher if I took it more seriously during my senior year, but I didn't. So that was on me. I had A and B honor roll every year. A and B honor roll every year. I got accepted into the Beta Club. I got accepted into Honors Art Society. I got accepted into they wanted me my last year. They wanted me to do honors classes, but I didn't want to do that my senior year. I wanted to chill a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like I did so much of school. I wanted to chill a little bit. I did. Private school is better. I will say that. You're right, Mr. Kenny. Private school, with everything that's going on in the world and everything. We do have a private school here. It's called the Tupelo Christian Preparatory Academy. We do have it, but the tuition was crazy and stuff like that. And I think it's only for like seventh, eighth, and high school. I don't know if they have the elementary, but it is. It is. We do have a private school here. We only have one though, so it's kind of hard to get placement, if that makes sense. A lot of times, a lot of those kids are like generational things, if that makes sense, like legacies, if you want to call it that. But we don't have that many private schools. If we did, my son I would have probably got him into a private school, but we only had the one. And, at the time, I didn't know exactly where it was at, but I do now. But yeah, we only have the one. I wish we had more than one, but we didn't. We only have the one. Yeah, I will say private school tuition ain't no joke. It really ain't. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something I got accepted into when I was in high school. In 10th grade, I got a letter. They wait till you're in 10th grade because they want to see how you do in ninth grade, right? And during the middle of ninth grade year, if you make honor roll or AMB honor roll or something like that, when I moved up here, I moved halfway. They might have sent it to me in eighth grade if I'd been here, but I wasn't. I was in a different county. So I moved up into Lee County in this area when I was 15 years old. Um, and they sent us a piece of paper saying I got accepted into the math and science school, which is and my tuition was fully paid. It is it's in another area though. It's all the way in Columbus. But it is a special school for people who do very well in math and science. And you have to be accepted into that school, kind of like college. You can't just go there. You know what I'm saying? You have to have the grades to be able to get in. And I got accepted into the math and science school, and they even said that they would bus us down there. So I would catch a bus every morning. I would have to get up early, and we would get bused down there. But technically, you actually live on campus for the school year, and then they bus you home on the weekends or on special holidays. So I got accepted into that, and I kind of wish I'd went, but I understand why my parents didn't want me to go all the way there because that was a whole 2 counties over. That was an hour and a half drive. If I'd had an emergency, it would have been hard for them to get to me. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of wish I had went. But I did get accepted into a special school for people who are really good at math and science. You can look up that school if you think I'm lying. For those who like to look shit up, it's in Columbus, Mississippi. It's a math and science school. I know the name of it, but I keep forgetting it. But I got accepted and got an acceptance letter and full ride scholarship to it. Actually, to tell y'all what the name of it is, it's the Mississippi School for Mathematics and Science. That's the name of it. But yeah, um, if you live in another area, they'll send you a acceptance letter or whatever through the mail. Yeah, where you have to make certain grades in order to be eligible. It's a magnet school, pretty much. Um, and oh no, it's in grades 11 and 12. But I got accepted into it when I was in 10th grade myself. I don't know. That's when I got my piece of paper when I was going into 10th grade because I could have fast tracked and graduated early because I was so good at what I did. I was smart, but I don't like to pretend I wasn't. I was also a geek, so it is what it is. I love being geeky. I love being smart. I love being an undercover nerd, and people think I'm stupid as fuck. Think I'm dumb. Believe it. I'm not going to tell you no different. I need to have my ADHD talks, but I don't know where my ADHD peoples is at. They probably have an ADHD moments. And Mr. JB, if you hear this, I hope you feel better because he was sick this weekend, y'all. He didn't feel so good. Yeah, that's what we call them as magnet schools. It's basically to where you can take like college courses in high school and you can fast track for college and pretty much go ahead and take like college algebra in high school, go ahead and take certain courses, and that way you already technically have college credits when you're in high school, and by the time you get to college you've already taken a lot of the prerequisites. So yeah, and you live on campus and shit just like you would in college. I had a lot of friends that were like that though, Mr. Kenny, that a lot of my friends didn't really care for school, but I was the opposite. Like I was the kid that my parents had to make stay home if I was sick from school because I actually loved learning. But a lot of my friends, they were the same way. They, I had a friend who, no shit, he dropped out of high school because of one teacher. We had a teacher that not a lot of the kids liked. She was an English teacher and she intentionally failed people. Well, he was considered the class clown. She intentionally failed him. He went on. He never did his homework. Like always, just went in, took the test, and just made amazing scores. Right. The reason he got so far in high school without doing homework was because of his test scores. He was so good. He had such a brilliant mind, but he didn't like to apply himself, if that makes sense. He probably would have been way up there and stuff if he did. When he went to take the GED, he made such a high score on the GED that he got a college scholarships. That he got such a high score that he got offered scholarships to many different colleges. He was actually intelligent enough to be a genius, but he was like the class clown. You know what I'm saying? He was the class clown that didn't like to apply himself and all that other stuff, but he was just extremely brilliant. He ended up going into the military for a while, and then, he's got a damn good job now. He's doing his thing, Thizzle. He's got his family. I'm proud of him. I talked to him a few years back to see how he was doing. See, here's the crazy part. I still have friends that I've had since high school. I still have friends that I've had since elementary school. I may not speak to them every day now because life is lifing, and we all had kids and kind of like went our own separate ways, if that makes sense. But I could pick up the phone tomorrow or see them somewhere and they go, "Oh my God, I miss you." You know what I'm saying? And I could talk to them like no time has passed, even though we ain't been around each other in a few years. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm still cool with everybody. I don't have any problems with nobody. I wasn't hated in high school. In fact, it was the polar opposite. I was very loved and friends with a bunch of different kind of people. Like I was friends with the special ed kids. I was friends with the stoners, the burnouts, the popular kids, the country kids. Like it was, but all the different cliques. I could walk around to every single one of the different cliques and chill with everybody. Like I was the one that was cool with everybody. There was only a very select few people that I didn't like or they didn't like. We didn't like each other, and most of the people that I had issues were in high school with were bullies, and I don't do bullies. I'm the anti-bully. I don't like that shit. I don't agree with that shit. I'm not cool with that shit. So if you're out here bullying people or treating people like shit, I'm probably gonna treat you like shit too. I'm like that. Like my mom and daddy always taught me love is love and to treat people how they treat you. So if you're a piece of shit, I'm probably gonna be one back. To tell you the truth. And that's why a certain person can't stand me. Cause I treated that motherfucker. I caught him on his own playing field and treated him the way he treat other people. You know what I'm saying? I read him for filth. He didn't like the words that was coming out of my mouth. I showed the truth of your words, and that's why you don't like me. Oh well, fuck you. I don't give a damn. You think I care? No, I don't. You see a little green man in my eye jumping up and down? Nope, I don't give a damn. Cause my give a damn's busted. I really wanna care. I wanna feel something. Let me dig a little deeper. No, still nothing. Please hit that like button. Thank you to all my bushwatchers. I know y'all busy out there today, and people probably in here watching to see if I'm gonna say or do something. But I'm just chilling this morning. I'm half asleep. I'm just sitting here trying to wake up, but I woke up late this morning, y'all. I so did. I really did. I woke up late as hell. I literally just chilled in high school though, and I probably could have gotten straight A's if I really would have applied myself. But like I was unmedicated with ADHD, so I think I did damn good being unmedicated with ADHD and got A's and B's. You know what I'm saying? I think I did pretty good with A and B on a roll. And also, we had a thing called AR Reader. I got medals when I was in high school from having like the top reading score. It was me and my friend Anna, and we were awesome. Me and Anna Banana. That's what I called her, as Anna Banana. We got medals every year for being AR reader top readers. It was always between us, and it was a fight to the finish on who was going to be top dog. It was awesome. We loved it. It was our own little thing. You know what I mean? Because I love to read. Reading is awesome to me. Some people don't like to read though. I get it. Um, but when we were talking about autoimmune disorders the other day, um, in Angela's, I want to show y'all something. Miss Angela, I want to show you something if you're here, if you watch us. Good morning, my racing stars. Autoimmune disorders that we were talking about the other day in Miss Angela's chat. A lot of people don't know that there are many different kind of autoimmune disorders. Believe it or not, psoriasis is an autoimmune disorder. Scleroderma is an autoimmune disorder. Vitiligo, hemolytic anemia, celiac disease, inflammation bowel disease, IBS, type 1 diabetes, Hashimoto's thyroiditis, multiple sclerosis, Graves' disease, Guillain-Barré syndrome, rheumatoid arthritis. Those are autoimmune disorders. There is a plethora of autoimmune disorders, right? And so when people don't understand autoimmune disorders and stuff, it kind of ticks me off. Like they're always talking about our beautiful Arky and her autoimmune disorder. If you don't understand an autoimmune disorder, just sit your little ass down, right? Hey, Cluckers, good morning, love. Sit your little ass down. We've went over the autoimmune disorder that Arkansas has, and it's not associated with HIV. Yes, HIV is a immunity factor, but it's not associated what she has with that. I hate to tell you that. Okay, we've went over her disorder. We've talked about it and all that other stuff. And she don't have to prove to you or tell you a damn thing about her autoimmune disorder, and you're a piece of shit for talking about it or making fun of somebody using that. Hey Rob, good morning. Thank you, love. Hey, way up, dude. But autoimmune disorders, it's something that a lot of people deal with. It's basically that the immune system attacks the body, right? It's the immune system that attacks the body in different ways. It can affect different parts of the body, and every person's journey with an autoimmune disorder is different. So two people can have the same autoimmune disorder, and it acts differently for different people, right? It acts differently. It really does. But we've talked about the many different kinds of autoimmune disorders on this channel. Um, and there's all different kinds, right? Um, and it does not, when you say autoimmune, right? Um, it does not mean that you add any of those other things into it. I've literally went over the autoimmune disorder before that Arky has on my channel. And Arkansas was good enough to come up when she went through, to talk about it, because it is a rare disorder that not many people have. And for her to be able to come live and to be able to chill with us and be in chat, knowing she's going through that, Arky, I just want you to know that we love you, boo, and I am just in awe. Yes, it's not something you can control, Mr. Rob. Hey, Smooth Carter, how you doing? Autoimmune is not something you can control or get rid of easy, right? And some people actually have to go through chemotherapy when their autoimmune disorder is going off the rails, because basically it means the immune system is attacking the body, right? And it's not something you can control. It's not something that that you could have prevented from happening to you. Um, just like if someone has sickle cell anemia, right? They can't control that they got sickle cell. You can't control an autoimmune disease, and nobody could say, you caused this on yourself. That's not the way autoimmune disorders work. It hit the 40s. Happy already for y'all, and it's supposed to be snow. There was snow in North Idaho. Really, dude? It ain't even winter yet. They had the other day, yes, Racing. The other day, they were trying to say that shit again not long ago to Miss Marissa and over there at Bill's. They were trying to talk about her autoimmune disorder again, trashing her again. And the sad part is she ain't talked about him or bothered him. She's just been doing her own thing, Thizzle. But no, there's a lot of autoimmune disorders. There's different kinds. You have skin and connective tissue. You have blood autoimmune disorders, digestive, hormone, nervous system, joints. There's over 100 autoimmune conditions, including celiac disease, type 1 diabetes, and psoriasis. These occur when the immune system mistakenly attacks parts of the human body. Right now, autoimmune diseases are common, affecting more than 23.5 million people in the United States. Females and those with a family history of autoimmune diseases are more likely to develop them. Believe it or not, there's many different forms of autoimmune disorders. You have psoriasis. Vitiligo is considered a autoimmune disorder. That's when people lose the melanin, basically lose the color, the pigmentation in their skin, hair, eyes. Um, you know, um, Scleroderma, which is caused an abnormal of growth of collective tissues in the skin and blood vessels, leading to skin that is hardened or thickened. In some people, the condition is mild, but in others, scleroderma can affect internal organs and be life-threatening. Raynaud's syndrome phenomenon, which causes the fingers to change color when they are cold. Calcium deposits in the connective tissues, thickening and tightening of the skin or fingers and toes. Loss of mobility in the esophagus, which can make it difficult to swallow. Red spots and blood vessels on the face. Progressive shortness of breath, ulcers on the fingertips, which can lead to gangrene. Autoimmune diseases that affect the blood. You got hemolytic anemia. Autoimmune disease that has affected the digestive system. Celiac disease, inflammatory bowel disease, autoimmune diseases that affect hormones, type 1 diabetes, Graves' disease, Hashimoto's thyroiditis, autoimmune diseases that affect the nervous system, multiple sclerosis, and this is just a small list. Guillain-Barré syndrome, autoimmune diseases that affect the joints, rheumatoid arthritis. There is a plethora of autoimmune disease. What triggers autoimmune diseases? There are over 100 autoimmune diseases, often with varying triggers. However, infections, exposure to irritants, and lifestyle factors such as smoking and obesity are common triggers. Can you live a long life with an autoimmune disease? With proper treatment and management techniques, many autoimmune diseases are not fatal, and people can expect to live long and active lives. Can a dermatologist diagnose an autoimmune disease? Autoimmune diseases can present in different ways and vary in ease of diagnosis. Certain diseases, such as psoriasis and scleroderma, primarily affect the skin, and dermatologists may be able to diagnose these. However, other conditions may require input from several healthcare professionals to reach a corrective diagnosis. What are the most common autoimmune diseases? Multiple sclerosis, type 1 diabetes, psoriasis, rheumatoid arthritis, and lupus. Um, so in summary, here's the thing: there are over 100 different autoimmune disorders. That's just we just talked about the most common, right? The most common. Hey, Mr. Jim Connington, the best Jim, the only Jim that ever was, ever will be. Hey, Crazy Brat, my love. But yes, there are many, 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 many different kinds of autoimmune disorders, and stress can be a trigger. That's right. Um, Happy with any kind of autoimmune disorder. So they can go to hell trying to stress her out, because it could make her disorder worse for a lot of people with autoimmune disorders, right? There's all different types and kinds that affect different people, right? Many different kind of autoimmune disorders. Um, when you look into it, there's a lot. There are ones that affect the urinary tract, the nervous system, the respiratory system, reproductive blood. There's just a lot. Like when we look, okay, I'm going to share this tab. When we look, these are a list of the autoimmune disorders, and I want y'all to see how long this list is and how you know it goes on and on. There is a lot of different autoimmune disorders. Crohn's disease. A lot of people don't know about Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, rheumatoid heart disease, Kawasaki disease. That is actually a thing, not just Kawasaki is not just a bike. Um, there is many different kinds of like there's different kinds of lupus, believe it or not. Many different kinds of lupus. So each person may be different depending on, there's like when I tell you that there's a lot of autoimmune disorders, there is. You never know what somebody else is going through in their life or what they're dealing with at that point. You know what I'm saying? So don't judge people when you don't know. There's a lot. And this is just a scroll through, right? If you see, I'm steadily scrolling. There's more and more and more, right? Fibromyalgia is also something that is a disease that people can't see that people go through. It's a pain disease where the your pain receptors actually shoot off more than they should. It actually like the person goes through a lot of pain. Myasthenia gravis is a voluntary muscular, non-muscular junctions. Um, it's just a lot, right? Then there's also, chronic fatigue syndrome, complex regional pain syndrome, ischemic esophagitis, gastritis, Poems syndrome, Raynaud's phenomenon, primary immunodeficiency, uh, pyoderma grandiosum. But anywhere on this list, as we're scrolling down, do you see HIV anywhere right here? I'm scrolling. Don't see it. It's not associated. So please get your facts straight before you start making false accusations. Fibro is hell. I've heard fibro is hell. I've heard fibromyalgia is hell on a stick. I've heard it. Um, hey, beautiful Arky. I was talking about how autoimmune disorders are not associated with HIV, and that's some bullshit. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. That's just like people, okay, go right now if you don't believe me and Google having a headache and it's going to tell you you got a brain tumor when you could just have a headache. Okay? Maybe do some research. And I do want to thank you, Arkansas, for the day that you did come up and talk about your autoimmune disorder on a Wellness Wednesday, that they obviously didn't watch that show or learn a damn thing. You know? Yeah, they want to put those three letters on somebody, but they already got somebody with those three letters. They have the house in Virginia, as they like to say. That is true, Happy. Fibromyalgia is invisible, so people don't understand. There's a lot of invisible, you can't see them, autoimmune disorders and, things, disorders in general that people go through. And don't judge a book by its cover. And just because a person looks normal doesn't mean that they are. So if you see somebody in one of those buggies in Walmart, don't judge. They could look normal. They may be able to stand up for a few minutes and grab something off of a shelf. That does not mean they can walk through the entirety of fucking Walmart, because Walmart is fucking huge. Uh, Tell Damien I said good morning and have a good day at school. You know what I'm saying? But like there's so many different autoimmune disorders and there's a lot that people go through, and just because a person looks normal does not mean they're not having, things that go on in their life. Don't judge a book by its cover. There's a lot of invisible diseases that people go through every single day of their life. Could you imagine waking up every day of your life in severe pain to the point that you can't move and having to deal with that? Having to deal with that. And so before you judge someone, right? Before you judge anyone, maybe sweep by your own doorstep and look in the mirror. Because you judging people and doing those things doesn't make you a good person. It makes you a bad person. And for you to think it's funny, God forbid that happens or something worse happens to you. I'm going to tell you something. You're going to keep laughing at people who have disorders or problems or disabilities, and something bad's going to happen to you in your life because karma's a bitch. And, God has a sense of humor to go, so you think it's funny? I'm going to give you something worse. I'm going to make you feel their pain. I'm going to make you go through it. You know what I'm saying? So before you start doing that, remember Karma's a bitch and she loves to play games. Fibromyalgia is something that a lot of people actually go through. And I actually specifically know two people who actually have to deal with lupus. And I knew somebody in my life who actually passed away that had to deal with lupus. And there's very much different, um, like when we talk about um, different things, right? But that's why I tell people make sure you have you know, um, a test done every once in a while. And when they run the ANA test, they also run like a gambit of them. I could actually show you on my connection what it looks like when you have one of those tests run. Um, and it shows you. Let me see if I still. Well, I don't know if mine's even on here because I had it done so many years ago. Dude, I'd have to scroll all the way to the bottom of my thing and see if they still have it. Um, but I can show you what it. There's the Amnolapse test. That was in normal range. Let's see. I don't know if that test is still on here because it's so old. It was before the My Chart became a thing, right? Um, I'm trying to see if they have the test on here. But my anti-nuclear antibodies came back negative. My microscomial, which is liver kidney AB, came back. This is the test right here that made them think though that I had an autoimmune disorder. It's my mitochondria M2 antibodies. It came back positive, right? My alpha tryptosine, A1 alpha tryptosine came back negative. Anti smooth muscle came back negative, or came back normal range. Let me say it that way. Um, my Hep B came back negative. My Hep C came back negative. My Hep A came back negative. My Nash fibrosure was a little high, but that was at the time to be expected. Let me see if they. I was wondering if they have it on here. I don't think they do. I know that my son's is on there, but I don't know if mine is. Let me, because mine was done back before they came out with some of this stuff. Oh, and it's called a T3 uptake, is what I was trying to remember the other day for your thyroid. Um, so they do that test to check for your thyroid, and they do a TSH test for your thyroid, and it's called a thyroxine T4. Those are for your thyroid, if you didn't know. Um, Let me see if I can find that right quick. Let me sign out of this one and sign into the other one, and I can show y'all what that test actually looks like when they do an autoimmune disorder test, because it is a blood test, right? And it'll show you in the blood test. Let's see, is this it right here? No, that's not it. I'm trying to find the actual. Um, oh, there it is. I think that's it. Let's see. Yeah, they do. And the anti mitochondrial, that's the one specifically for the liver. Though this is the tear pattern. Hold on. That's the tear pattern. Hold on. Let me see. I think that is it right there. Yeah, this is the autoimmune thing that they show right here. Um, they do the ANCA by IFA. My son had a negative value for that. He did have the anti-nuclear AB, whatever the fuck that is. I have to look it up and sometimes Google it my damn self. Um, which is possible for anti-nuclear antibodies. It's basically you have the antibodies, or you're testing positive for the ANA test, but they didn't diagnose him with any autoimmune disorder or anything like that, because some of these other tests came back negative or in normal volumes. But I thought that you had the test where they broke down the ANA. I guess it's different. I don't know. I was going to show y'all, but I can't find it. But anyway, but they do different things and stuff like that when they do those tests. They check. That's true, Mr. Rob. Respecting people and going what they're going through. A lot of people go through different things. Um, that is true, Miss Danny. Well, look at those people and what they've looked like their entire lives. That's why they so bitter. They bitter and hateful because they're unhappy in their life. People like that trying to attack others, it's because they're unhappy. You know the old saying, hurt people hurt people. They're so unhappy in their lives That's why they do the things that they do, because that's, they don't have a life, so they have to hate on other people's. Good morning, Mr. Rubin. But a lot of people that are like extremely unhappy in their life, they tend to take out their unhappiness on other people. And it's real simple. They're upset with themselves and the way their life has turned out. They have gambling problems and addictions to the point that they spend all their money and have nothing saved back, have nothing put back. Gambling is an addiction just like drugs are. They want to put drugs on everybody else and say everybody else is drug addicts and this, that, and the next thing, but they have a problem themselves. When people start doing that, it literally turns a mirror on themselves. A lot of what they say and do is projection. So when they try to claim you're a drug addict, most likely they are. When they try to claim that you live in this, that, and the next thing, most likely they are. They literally are trying to um, put their shortcomings and their terribleness things in their life onto other people. It's called projection. A lot of people do that when they're extremely unhappy. And you can tell when people don't really have a life because they're on here all the time and all they care about is this, right? Most people, we go out, we do things, we touch grass, we got family who cares about us, we go visit and we do things, right? But people that are extremely unhappy, it shows. It shows in their demeanor, it shows in how they treat others. You know what I'm saying? It shows. Yeah, they project a lot of things and a lot of hate towards others because that's the way they truly are. I hope everybody is going to be having a good day today. And I hope that everybody is smiling and having a good one. And that on hump day today, that you get to hump somebody. No, I'm just kidding. I hope you're like smiling and having a good day and not letting shit worry you too much, because people that are hateful like that, they gonna get theirs eventually. Karma's a bitch and she always comes to collect. I don't know when, I don't know how, I can't predict the future. I don't have that I'm not like that, but what I can predict is common patterns, right? What I can predict is things that continue to happen the same way. And eventually what's going to happen is they're going to mess with the wrong person, the wrong family, the wrong thing, and something bad's going to happen. And I don't want like terrible, terrible things to happen, but it will. It's just common sense. Common sense dictates if you continue to do the same thing over and over again and you play stupid games, you're going to win stupid prizes. It just is what it is. It's literally a, thing. But autoimmune disorders are actually very common, and there's a bunch of different kinds of autoimmune disorders. Um, it's literally you have autoimmune disorders that affect the omegatary system, composed of the skin, hair, nails, and associated glands, serves protective barrier between the body and the environment. You have digestive system, heart and vascular, urinary system, nervous system, endocrine, um, respiratory, blood, reproductive system, eyes, muscular skeletal system, autoimmune comor- commemorates, whatever, and then not autoimmune. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people actually have different versions and different kinds, and it affects every person differently. So you may have one person who has lupus, and it may affect one part of their body, and another person with lupus, and it could affect another part of their body. Some people with lupus have where it affects their hair, their face. Then you have some people who it affects. There was this young lady I used to follow, um, and she actually had lupus, but it affected her heart and lungs. Mostly her lungs. She was waiting on a double lung transplant when she passed away. And I think that was the first YouTuber I ever cried over in my life because I was rooting for this young lady. You know what I'm saying? She was so young when she got this disorder, and she was in her early 20s, y'all, when she passed away. She was one of the first YouTubers I ever cried that passed away. She was such an inspiration and a good person. Um, I cannot for the it's been since I was in my early 20s when I watched her. So it's been many, 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 many years since she passed away. Yeah, she's taking the kid to school. You know she'll go to bed afterward when she gets back home. Tell Damien I said to have a good day of school and don't knock no bitches out. They not worth it. Okay. Don't be causing no ruckuses. No, he's a good kid. He's a good kid. Smart, intelligent. We're so proud of you. If you can hear us, Damien, we're proud of you. Just saying. And keep being you and being awesome. And when you graduate, go do that thing, Thizzle, when you get out there in that world and you decide what you're going to go to college for. Because we know you got this. You're awesome sauce. And we love your mom so much. She's awesome. I just want him to have a good day at school and don't have to jank no bitches up. I'm just saying. I know he laughs at his crazy Auntie Charlie, but yes, your crazy Auntie Charlie on YouTube's. That's true. That's true, Mr. Rob. Being appreciative of life and what you do have instead of looking at what you don't have. See, that's where a lot of people actually end up messing up is they look at what they don't have and they concentrate on that. You know what I'm saying? Instead of concentrating on what you do have and being appreciative of what you do have in your life. Hey, White Earp, how you doing? I'm appreciative of every single thing. I'm appreciative for every one of you being here today, just speaking to me, just chilling with me. I'm appreciative that I wake up every day. To take a breath every morning is a blessing to me. To be able to walk, to be able to see so many people take for granted what they do have and they don't thank God and be appreciative for the little things, right? To be able to go to the bathroom and do that yourself, to be able to take a shower, to be able to walk to the car, to be able to eat. Do you know how many people actually cannot digest food because of celiac disease? Or have to end up using tube feeding formula because their body just does not accept nutrients. You know what I'm saying? Could you imagine not being able to eat your favorite meal? Could you imagine extreme pain every time you eat? There are people that go through that. You know what I'm saying? I know you got to go wake him up. Yeah. Because we are going out to eat today to celebrate my mom's test coming back benign. The second one finally came back. So no cancer. Woohoo! Thank you, Race and Love. Get the day started right. Let's have some chill conversations and talk about real things and, things that affect every one of us, right? So here's the possibility. Probably, I would say most of this chat, you either know someone who has an autoimmune disorder or they're in your family. You know what I'm saying? You most likely do know someone who has something that's either an autoimmune disorder or you could be team neurodivergent, right? Or go through a physical limitation. Almost everybody in this chat knows somebody who has or has been around somebody who has an autoimmune disorder. Well, I hope you have a good day at work, Wyatt Earp, and thank you for dropping in and thank you for showing support and love and all those good, lovely things. We are very appreciative, and we hope you have a. I hope you have the best day ever, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people in the chat are thinking the same thing, um, because that's just the way we are as human beings. Hold on, just a minute. Uh, my son is funny. Um, but you know, there's plenty of people that we all know that, because here's the thing, it's a very common thing. And if you yourself are blessed not to have to deal with something like that, or a pain disorder, or different things, count your blessings. You know what I'm saying? Count your blessings, because there's always somebody out there that has it worse than you. You know what I'm saying? There's always somebody out there who has it worse than you. There's always somebody out there that's dealing with things that you may not understand. And if you don't, that's fine. The thing that I would say is, don't judge them, and to maybe look it up and try to understand what they go through. Especially if you care about them in any way, shape, or form, trying to understand what they go through on a daily basis, right? Trying to understand, or even somebody you don't care for, right? There are people that you may not care for on this app, and that's fine, right? Um, but for someone to be nothing wrong with them and they're a okay all the time is what they say, right? To go after people because of something they can't control, you should be ashamed of yourself. You really should. Now I can understand, like, reading somebody for filth or whatever, but to go after something they cannot control, nor can they change, and something that happened to them, not by choice, not by circumstance. You get what I'm saying? You should be ashamed of yourself. Making fun of somebody's health, well, guess what? Something can happen to you or your family. And how would you feel if somebody took their autoimmune disorder or their disorder or their thing that they're going through and used it against them? How would you feel? But I guess you don't give a fuck, you know? What's good, Arky? I'm going to say this right now, is they caught your disorder before it took you out of this world. I'm glad every day that you're still here with us, because that could have turned out so differently. If they had caught your disease a few years later, or a year later, or 6 months from now, it could have been so out of control that it took you out. So thank you, God, that you are still here with us. That is something that I am grateful for. That I get to talk to you on Monday night and have fun with you and laugh with you and have a good old time. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing that people don't understand about some of these autoimmune diseases is that if they're not caught in time and the medications aren't started and these things that people have to go through aren't started, then they could lose their life. That's why it's not a joke. That's why it's not funny. You could be sitting there saying that and you don't know what's going on. So I am so appreciative that God gave us Arky and we get to still have her. That's true. Just because they ugly on the outside don't mean they got to be ugly on the inside too. You know what I'm saying? I think the insides are what matters. And if you're just an evil, hateful person and you got a dark soul, and you don't have that light shining out from you, I don't want to be around you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to be in the same room with you. And anybody who's willing to be around you and sit in your presence obviously has a kinship towards your dark soul. And for them to think it's funny for you to make fun of the dead, that's also not funny. Pretending that you got somebody's dead relative in ashes and you're blowing it, it's not funny, nor is it cute, and it shouldn't have been laughed about. I've heard of dark sense of humors, but not like that. That's an ugly sense of humor, and you're ugly on the inside and the outside to do something like that. That's not cute, nor is it funny. to make fun of dead children, dead relatives, to make fun of people who have disabilities that they cannot help, to make fun of people who are quadriplegic. What if that was your family member? How would you feel? But you like to claim that other people attack your family. Nobody's attacked your family. I've seen not a near not a person attack your family. And if you claim your brother's a part of it, so that's not the same. I've seen no one attack anybody in his family. That's some bullshit. That is true. Humble yourself. Because to think that nothing bad will ever happen to you is bullshit. The minute that you think that you're this gravy person and nothing ever bad will happen in your life is bullshit. It's gonna happen. It's not a matter of when. It's not a matter of if. It's a matter of when. Because you keep wishing bad on people and putting out bad karma into this universe, it's gonna come back, and it's gonna come back tenfold. And when it does, I'm gonna pray for you, and I'm gonna pray that no innocent person around you is affected. Because that's what worries me. Is you know how sometimes karma affects a person and it hits an innocent, like an innocent person that has nothing to do with the situation? That's what I worry about. I don't want that karma to bounce back and accidentally hit a person who ain't got nothing to do with the bullshit. You know? Because karma, when she comes a knocking, it's going to be bad. I'm just going to say it that way. I don't know what's going to happen. I can't tell you. That's true. That's true, Mr. Rob. Shit can get dark, but you choose not to go there. I choose not to go there too, Mr. Rob. I'm going to tell you something. Could I be a bad person and go after a person's family? Yes. Could I be a bad person and go after somebody's girlfriend's twin sister's store? I possibly could, but I'm not that person. I don't do those things. I don't dox people's innocent family members. I don't bother people offline. I just don't do that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, Arky, and I'm so glad you're still here. If they had not caught that disorder and got it in check when they did, you know what I'm saying? I thank God you're still here. Every single time I do. Thank God they caught it when they did. Because if they didn't, it'd have been a whole nother story. And then what would they be doing? Making fun of you because you passed away from an autoimmune disorder? You think that's funny and cute? And anybody who supports that, I want you to look in the mirror. Really look in the mirror and think about that. Would you want that to be your family member or somebody you love? For somebody to make fun of something that could have killed her. Do you understand that? That disorder could have very well killed her in 6 months if they hadn't caught it when they did. But it's not a joke or something to be made fun of. It's a deadly disorder, you assholes. Sorry. I get a little upset about that, Arkansas, when they do that to you, when they bring up your disorder. It really does piss me off because I want to cry right now because I am glad we still have you. I love you, Arkansas, so much. You're such a sweet, good person. And for somebody to think that's something to make fun of to me is bullshit because that disorder you have is not nothing to play with. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they can't take out our bitch like that. Hell no, that's our Arkansas. And she gangster. That's why I can't, that disorder, it ain't gonna take our girl out because she a gangster sauce. And she's a G, homie. It just kills me that anybody would support that kind of rhetoric. That anybody would allow that to be said on their panel, that anybody would think that's cute or anybody would think that's fun or funny. Like, why would you support a person who does that? I couldn't support a person who does that. I'm gonna tell you right now, I love each and every one of y'all in this chat. But if one of y'all championed and literally made fun of somebody dying or possibly dying, I don't think I could be cool with that. You know what I'm saying? Like I would be cussing a bitch out. I'd be like, "What the fuck?" You know what I'm saying? They love you, Mr. MRH. They always mess up your name too. How the hell do you mess up Mob Rat Hunter? How do you mess up that name? I mean, just like, how do you fuck up that name? I still don't get that situation. How the fuck do you fuck that up? Like, it pisses me off when people make fun of things like that and laugh at it. Like, here's the thing. Um, I may joke about a lot of different things, but one thing you have never heard me do, I do not and will not attack Christine like they have. I've never done that, won't do that. And Christine, baby, don't go back to them and give them your money. Sweetheart, they're using you. They made fun of you and talked all kind of shit about you and tried to harass your mother. Don't do it. You can find so many other people on this internet who would support you because they like you. You could find people on this internet who actually have your best interests at heart. Those people do not have your best interests at heart. They're not looking out for you. They don't give a fuck what happens to you, baby. You saw how quick they turned when Jim left you. They left you real quick like and was talking shit to you in that chat. Yeah, we may play that little clip that says, fuck you guys, because we love the way you said it. And it was funny. You get what I'm saying? But don't take people's shit. You don't have to do that to have friends. Yeah, they totally think Mr. MRH and Mr. MRE are the same person. And here's the fucked up shit. I've had MRH and MRE on the same panel before. Totally different voices. I've had them on the same panel. I've literally had them in the same panel. I'm like, how can they be the same person when they talk totally different? And I've had them on the same panel together. Dude, did they get a voice changer and totally have, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how is that possible? Mr. MRH has a New York accent. Mr. MRE has a Rhode Island accent. Or ain't that where he from? Anyway, total different accents. Total different people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, any of y'all that are over there supporting that, realize you don't have to take that shit and people making fun of you and making fun of your disorders and the things that you're going through. And they do not have your best interest at heart. They are doing nothing but using you and making you look bad to the YouTube community at large. If you really want to get technical, you can absolutely find people who really will support you and use you, not use you, but support you for you and like you for you. You don't have to, like, take the shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why somebody would be over there taking that shit and making fun of somebody's, like, showing people's innocent family members. How do they think that's cute? How do they think that's adorable to sit there and do that? I don't care if you call a person a hater. I don't care if the person's talking shit on you online. That's not cool. That's true. That's true, Mr. Mike. There's a such thing as teasing people, and then there's what they do. They go way too far. I may tease a person or poke a little fun, but never in a malicious intent way. I would never, and nobody over here has ever called uh, anything on Christine. Not her mom, not her job, not her family, not a nail, not a thing on that lady. But y'all have, and y'all supposed to be her friend. Y'all supposed to be cool with her. Why would you do that to her? Y'all motherfuckers is the reason she probably lost her damn benefits. Y'all motherfuckers. Ain't nobody over here did a damn thing. Because we wouldn't do that to a person. That's something that y'all do, not us. We're not evil, awful people. Hey, the hood table, my love. Like, That's the thing. They sit there and they try to say that this side would do something. I have seen nobody from this side do shit like that and wouldn't do shit like that. But they would. They try to blame it all on y'all. And I'm telling you, no, I know who's doing it. They are. And they're doing it so they can try to blame people over here. And they want to blame Watcher. They want to say, yeah, 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 they did it. But they'll try to say, no, Watcher did that. Watcher did that. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Mr. Rob. Mr. Rob said he's sending peace and love to whoever wants to receive it. Hey, Alana Spears. Hey, love. How you doing this morning? To me, yep, doxing is a rap move. Doxing is some bullshit. I'm gonna say this. Um, Words on the internet should never affect you to the point that you go that low. Me, myself, and I don't believe in doxing. I don't believe in going after people's kids, their family, and the innocents. That's just me. I, like I've said before, though, I can't tell anybody else what to do. And if somebody's been fucked with so much that they believe they have to go that low, I can't tell them they're wrong, if that makes sense. Like, if the person that has attacked them to the point of showing their family, calling their house, doing certain things, sending people to their home, um, you know, thank you, Miss Alana. Um, but if they eventually go low, you know what I'm saying? And I don't understand why they keep talking about you, Miss Raditha. You ain't said a damn thing. If you wonder why I don't react to Miss Raditha and I only say little bits and pieces, it's because that's what they want. They want the attention. They need the attention. They thrive off of it. And so how do you hurt a narcissist? You want to know how you hurt a narcissist? You don't do the thing they want you to do. They want me to speak about certain subjects. Have you seen me speak about it? No, because they want me to do that. And I'm not going to do what you want me to do. I'm going to do what I want to do when I want to do it in my own time if I choose to, right? And so the best way to starve a narcissist, don't give in to them. They want somebody to say their name because that's the only time they feel important, to tell you the truth. Think about it. When they die, who's going to be at their funeral? Who's going to care? A lot of people aren't going to. That's the sad part. They're not going to be missed. There's not going to be people saying rest in peace. There's not going to be people putting them on t-shirts. There's not going to be people crying. In fact, most people going to have a party. You know what I'm saying? Most people going to have a party. They're going to celebrate your death. That's the sad part. No one will mourn them when they're gone. That's right, Mr. Rubin. They will be the only ones at their own funeral. You right about that, Mr. MRH. They will be the only ones at their own funeral. No one's going to care. All this stuff that you're saying and doing on the internet means nothing. You're not famous. Get over it. You'll never be famous. You're almost 50. Like, get over it. You ain't going to make it. You ain't made it yet. You're not going to make it. Okay? So just be cool with it. I still believe there has to be guidelines, Mr. Rob. You know, I even though I am beef sector born and bred, I go to many other sectors and I do a lot of different stuff. But I think that there has to be guidelines and there has to be lines that you won't cross. Like, in my personal opinion, everybody has to have their moral compass, right? And in my moral compass, I don't believe in going after the children. I don't believe going after the dead. I don't even go after people's innocent family members. It's going to stay on me, you, and the words that you say out your mouth. Yes, 50, almost 50, acting like that. Hell, I at least have the excuses I'm in my 30s. You know what I'm saying? What's your excuse? You're 50 something years old. You're never going to make it. This is it for you. This is it for you. It's just going to go downhill from here. This is it. Realize you're never going to be famous. You're never going to do anything in life. You're not going to be remembered in a hall of fame. It's not going to happen for you. So just be chill with what you got. you attacking people and doing terrible things is just making your karma bad. And it's making, like, when you have thousands of people who hate you, you are the common denominator. Look in the mirror. Oh, weak ankles, weak shoulders, weak jaws, never don't have a jaw. Like hell, I need to spare some of my double chin just so a motherfucker can have some. I know they love blaming y'all on that, but I ain't never seen Mr. MRH. I have never seen near none of one of y'all attacking somebody's innocent family, never doxing, none of that shit. That's what I'm saying, Mr. Ken. It just literally move around. Go watch somebody you do like. You know what I mean? It's as simple as don't watch. I don't watch. The only way I know if somebody said something about me is if somebody else sends it to me. Because I don't go look for that shit. I'm not going to go where I'm not wanted or appreciated. I'm going to say this to my entire crowd. I want y'all to hear me. Go where you're appreciated, not tolerated. If you go into a place and somebody treats you bad, don't go back. Ain't no use in going back. You know what I'm saying? And find you somewhere else to go where you will be appreciated. Because people like that, they normally do not change. Especially if someone's close to 50 and they've not changed their behavior yet, they're never going to learn. Because obviously they've had so many years to do so and they choose not to. And that's your only content. Like you can't do health talks, TED talks. You can't do normal things. You have to literally attack people, and that's the only way you actually get any kind of traction. That just shows who you are. I'm sitting over here chilling most of the time, just having normal conversations. If you did that, you wouldn't get half as many people. Hell, I'm still pissed off that my doc's only got 4 likes. That's some bullshit. Watcher got more likes than me on her docs. I wouldn't have paid them a damn thing. They could have kissed both sides of my ass. Here's the thing, I could go low. I could go very low. I know ways to contact certain people and certain people's lives that I could go real low, but I choose not to go that low. I know ways to, there's certain people who have stores that nobody else has shown. I could do. I could do that. I choose not to do that. There is a difference because I'm not that piece of shit human who does that to people. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of information that I shouldn't know, but I choose not to release that information or use that information against a person, right? I could, I very well could, but I choose not to because here's the thing, I'm not going to bother some innocent person in somebody's life. That's bullshit. I'm not going to go offline on people like they have done to me. That's just bullshit. I don't believe in going offline on anybody. I'm going to talk my shit on you online and about what I see on here. What I see and hear on here. Right? Yeah, it's better to be the bigger person and be a better person. And it goes to show who that person is when they do stuff like that. When a person does stuff like that, it just goes to show who they are. It really does. It shows what kind of person they are. It shows you they have no moral compass. It shows you that they have no decency. You need to get you some sleep, Mr. MRH. You need to get you some rest. Take care of your body. Take care of your health. Health is wealth. But some people, I will say, some people on this internet do some of the most awfulest things to other people. And their karma will come back to them in one form or another. And it's not a if, it's a when. You know what I'm saying? It's a when it's going to happen, because you think about it like this: common sense dictates that if you keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, and you're being bad to people, that something bad is going to happen to you. That's just common sense. It's a pattern if you look at it, right? It's a pattern, and eventually patterns repeat themselves. And if you watch a person long enough, you'll see that they're going to keep doing the same thing. So, like, that person's going to keep attacking people, even though they claim that if you leave them alone, they'll leave you alone. That's a lie. That's a straight lie, because it's the only content that they have. Why do you think they continuously talk about the same people over and over and over and over and over again? Because it's all they have. They have nothing else. They have nothing in their life. You know what I mean? That's true. It's not about letting them win. You have the courage to open a channel. You have already won. Just be you and don't worry about what they say. Worry about what the people that actually care about you say. Nah, I mean. Nah, I mean. People who sit there and try to attack you because you're doing something amazing, it's because they themselves are jealous. Most of the time, it's jealousy. It's straight up jealousy. Um, because they don't have people who love them, but you do. They want that. They want the attention, they want the praise, they want the love, but they're not getting it. So therefore, they have to try to demean you and demean your character and who you are. This goes for all sectors of YouTube's technically, if you think about it. They have to try to do that um, because they're not getting that in their lives. That's true, Mr. Rubin. Don't let no one ever take your light away. You let that light shine, and you sing to them, "This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine." You sing this little light of mine. You let that light shine, and don't let nobody dim your light. Don't let nobody knock over your crown. You stand up, you stand proud, and you make sure that crown is straight. And if they don't like it, tell them. Well, I would tell them to kiss both sides of your ass cheeks, but we don't know where their mouth is being, and we don't want that halitosis breath nowhere near our ass cheeks. Okay, so you just tell them to fall off a bridge or something, because they can kiss your ass. They can go straight to hell. Don't pass the go. Don't collect $200. That's what they can do. They can catch on fire, and we won't put them out. We just gonna laugh when we walk by. Ha ha. This is what I'm gonna do. This right here is what I'm gonna do when I see them on fire. I'm gonna show y'all what I'm gonna do right quick. This is what I'm gonna do if I catch them on fire.
Blah.
That's what I'm gonna do when I catch them on fire. I'm gonna laugh. Yes, you have so many people that care about you, MRH, but they don't. Ha ha. Oh, again, man, racist stars, I need to get my butt up there and get me some salsa from you. Hey, I might be able to send you some pepper sauce, and you can send me some salsa. Shit. That's what I'm gonna do if those motherfuckers catch on fire, fall off a bridge. I'm just gonna walk by. I'm gonna walk by, and I'm gonna have this sound right here on a recording, y'all. This is what I'm gonna do when I walk by and I see those motherfuckers on fire.
Blah.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna walk by and I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna walk by and go, hee hee hee, ah, bitch. I'm gonna laugh, and I'm gonna say, serves your ass right. This is one of the most loving communities, I will say, that I have found in a long time. I want to thank you all for being your amazing selves. Y'all all opened your hearts to me and gave me big hugs and loved me up. You know what I'm saying? I got to say that. Y'all supported me. You know what I'm saying? Becoming members of my channel. Y'all just love me up as soon as I pop my butt down. And I ain't been here for as long as he tries to claim I've been here. And my channel is new as fuck. You literally started attacking a small CC who just started their channel. You know that, right? Nope, that's why I don't say y'all. Nope, we're not the haters. They are, technically. See, that's projection again, Miss Raditha. They're projecting their hateful hearts onto others. They're hateful ass people, and they want other people to be like them so they can play the victim. But you're not the victim, and you never will be. So stop trying to pretend like you're, oh, poor, pitiful me. People called me this, people called me that. Oh, so because they said words about you on the internet, you think it's cool to go after innocent people in their life and dox them and talk about dead relatives and do all this shit, evil shit, because people said words. Words. You're a pussy punk bitch when you can't handle words. I'm sorry, but you're a bitch. If you cannot come back to somebody and combat them for word, you don't have the intelligence to do so. Like Mr. MRE says, you're not intelligent enough to go word for word. And God forbid if somebody actually tried to have an intelligent conversation with you, you wouldn't understand what they're saying anyway. There's no use in jumping up on a link and talking to this person because you can't have an intelligent conversation with a dumbass. You just can't. You cannot have an intelligent conversation with a dumbass that doesn't want to listen. And when somebody lets it go through one ear and out the other, when you're trying to warn them about something, there's no use in wasting your breath. Because you're just wasting your breath at that point. You're wasting your time, your energy. And technically, if you've already tried and they don't want to listen, let what's going to happen to them happen to them. Because it will happen. It's just a matter of time. Remember, don't get out of line. Again, don't get out of line again. She is doing very, very well, Miss Danny. Last time that I heard from her, she's just, she's doing her community garden and, helping with family and all that other stuff. That's true, Mr. Rubin. If a person is an unreasonable person, there is no point in having a conversation with that person. Also, if you try to warn a person and they don't want to listen, they have to find out the hard way, just like everybody else, because they're hard headed. They think you're trying to tell them what to do when necessarily that's not where your heart is coming from. Your heart is, hey, I don't want this to happen to you. You get what I'm saying? Your heart is, I don't want to see this happen to you like it has many other people. I don't want you to go through this. But in their mind, you're telling them what to do, right? You're telling them what to do. That's not where it is. That's not what it is. You're trying to actually help them in your mind, but all they hear is, don't do this, don't do that. All they hear is, you're telling me what to do. No. Giving you the, oh my God, Miss Betty, we have missed you so much, girl. Oh my God, it feels like it's been ages. Girl, we have missed you so much. We miss you so much. We missing our Betty. Y'all, Betty Hayward in the chat. Y'all better just, tell her how much we done missed her. We've been looking out for the Betty to the Hayward. And why did I hear that? And like, also, Huggy Bear, we're missing you too. I don't know if you'll see this or hear this in retrospect. I know you're probably busy at life right now. Probably busy in them woods. You know what I'm saying? probably busy in the woods somewhere. But why did I hear Betty's name in Huggy Bear's voice? I totally just heard that in my head. Betty to the Hayward. I know I can't be the only one who thought about Huggy Bear and thought about how he says Betty's name. Um, well, you get to talk to her every day, Miss Danny. You special like that. I don't get to talk to her every day, so I worry about her. And you know, I'm a dumbass, Miss Betty. I just realized I think I have your email and I ain't emailed you to see if you're. I think I'm a dumbass. Okay. I've been so worried and I didn't even realize that I could have go, you okay, ho? And I didn't even think about it. So there goes my ADHD showing out being stupid. I could have went, hey bitch, you okay? You know what I'm saying? That shit, yeah, that is true. I could have called you. Sorry. I'm a dumbass sometimes. My ADHD be like, what? Oh, I was worried to death. I was worried to death and didn't even think about it. I was so worried. I was like, where Miss Betty? Is she okay? I ain't seen or heard from her. Yeah, we thought Miss Betty done fell into the well. We was gonna have to send Lassie to go find her and shit. You know, cause Lassie be telling with people in the well and shit. Hey, Farmer Fred. But child, I swear to God, there goes my ADHD. I told y'all my ADHD, it be acting up. Like I'm over here telling everybody, anybody heard from Miss Betty? Anybody heard from her? Also, to let y'all know, Buster Brandmus is okay. For those who have been worried about him, he hit me up with a Millie picture the other day. He is okay. He's just taking his little breaky break, you know, mental break and all, you know, just chilling. Just to let y'all know, he hit me up with a Millie pic the other day, so I know he's okay. So you know, I try to tell folks when folks are okay and all that. I even forgot that I even had it there for a minute. It just hit me all of a sudden. I'm like, damn, I'm a dumbass. I'm over here worried as hell, and I could have shit. I'm always forgetting to do something, ain't I? Miss Raditha, you going live today? It's gonna be now. Okay, so it's 4 p.m. For people on the Pacific Standard Time. But let me tell y'all the exact time because Miss Raditha is on a different time zone than most of us. So that's why I want y'all to know the exact time. Um. Oh, shit. Why did I? Oh, ah. Okay, there we go. I got it. So it's actually scheduled for 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Great Mountain Time. And that's 4 p.m. for her time zone, which is Pacific Standard Time, which is on my California time zone, people. Okay. Because that's what works for her. I'm going to go ahead and share out the live link or share out her channel. Y'all go ahead and you know, subscribe because we trying to get her to her 1K. You know what I'm saying? Right now she's at 114 subscribers, so we trying to get those subscriber counts up. Okay. So California time, it'll be 4 p.m., which is Pacific Standard Time. Uh, It'll be 5 p.m. for Great Mountain Time, 6 p.m. for Central Standard Time, and 7 p.m. for our East Coast time. Yes, 7 p.m. for East Coast time. Yes, Mr. MRH. Because you know she's on a different time zone than us. She's on a different time zone. And then tomorrow, I'm gonna do a poker thing tomorrow. Because today I'm going out to eat with my family, and we're doing a celebration for my mom not having cancer. Tomorrow, I am going to be in the afternoon. Going to be doing a before Miss Twin Mama comes on. 'Cause, you know, she comes on later at night. Um, yeah, I know Angela's on at the same time, Mr. MRH. So I'm gonna be in two places at one time. I'm gonna be in two places at one time. Hey, Tainted Docket, my love, we've been missing you, boo. Just saying. Tomorrow I'm gonna be doing to reach one, teach one for those who don't know how to play poker. Tomorrow, and anybody that does know how to play can also join. But I'm gonna be showing those who don't know how to play tomorrow, so that when they go over to bed, when they go over to Miss Arky's channel on Monday night, they don't feel like they don't know how to play. So this will be their place to mess up, to have a moment to go, oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So we can teach people how to play poker, right? We can teach the newbies and whatnot. You just finished your 65 minutes on the elliptical, and now you're doing strength training. Be careful, Miss Catherine, and make sure that you drink plenty of fluids and stuff, and don't overdo yourself. Oh, and Tainted said they will be doing a live tonight. What time, Tainted? It's been a hot minute. Tomorrow I'm gonna do it around probably 6:30. So that gives time for everybody to play for a little while. Probably go to 6:30 to 8:30 or something like that. And then Miss Twin Mama will come on. I'm gonna try to do it to where I can redirect to Twin Mama. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what time she goes live tomorrow afternoon. So Tainted Docket's gonna be live at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. So we're gonna be in three different places at once. Let me go ahead and go over here and get Tainted Docket's channel. So y'all can subscribe to her, and we can be in three different places at one time. It's gonna be awesome. So if I accidentally, like, let me just say this: if I accidentally type the wrong thing in the wrong chat, don't freak out. It was an accident because I'm gonna be in three different chats at once. Because I try to support. Well, we have Miss Raditha is going live at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then we also have Miss Angela. I gotta drop her channel link. Um, and she'll be going live. Why? Oh, because I didn't put the A behind it. Ooh, I misspelled Miss Angela's name. She gonna get my ass. Um, and she'll be going live tonight. She hasn't. She doesn't have it. She does have it set up at 6 p.m. Um, uh, Central Standard Time, which is 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'm going to drop her link so y'all can subscribe to both. Let me go ahead and get this copy pasty on over here. Have a good day, Mr. Rubin. Are you gonna go wash your ass, which is something some other people on here don't do? you know. See what Miss Danny just said right here? Poker is easy. High card, pair of twos, pair, two pair, three of a kind, flush, full house, four of a kind, straight flush, royal flush, boom. Okay. So, but I just want to try to help our people who don't know how to play, so they don't feel so, you know, like left out when they want to play on Monday night with Arky. They can feel like they know something. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do poker for anybody who wants to join Thursday. I'm probably gonna start at around 6 or 6:30, and I'm gonna teach people how to play poker. Yeah, that's why I'm doing it tomorrow. That's why I'm doing it tomorrow, because there ain't nobody going live that I know of tomorrow at that time, and whatnot. And so I'm gonna try to help those who don't know how to, play it necessarily. So when they go play at Arky's, they don't feel, like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Try to help people, learn how to play, and don't feel like, hey, if you mess up here, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay if you haven't if you're not the best at it. It's okay. You'll learn in time, and the more you play, the easier it'll get for you. Hold on just a minute, y'all. This may be the hospital. Okay, so actually that was the oral surgeon for my son to have his wisdom teeth removed. So he has to deal with that Friday. They actually got that set up and everything. So that was actually the oral surgeon. Y'all, I apologize for that. I had to mute up because important phone documents and phone calls I got to mute up for. So Friday he's gonna have his wisdom teeth removed and he's gonna go through oral surgery. But he's not gonna be put to sleep fully. He's just gonna be, yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna be like, doped up like a mofo, and they're gonna give him some good medicines, and he's not gonna know what's going on, and so yeah. So I apologize for having to mute up for that, but hey, we get that oral surgery done, then he can get his bottom braces, and then one step closer to because he doesn't they told me his braces aren't going to be like he isn't going to have to wear them as long as other kids do, because his is just a slight alignment and overcrowding issue. It's not as like severe as other corrections. You know what I'm trying to say? So like he's not going to have his braces for like years and years and years or nothing like that. So his aren't going to be as severe, but this way we can have all that correction done and blah 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 blah. But Yeah, so he has his they just told me their system is down, and why they didn't send me a text or anything about it was because their system has been down and they've having to call people, you know what I'm saying, because of the system. So yeah, so I'm glad that didn't happen on Thursday, because then I wouldn't have been able to be here with y'all. But so Thursday poker is still on, but Friday afternoon, y'all might not see me as much, because when he goes through something, y'all know I take care of my kid. Yeah, his is gonna be kind of like that, Miss Danny. He just has a slight overcrowding problem, so his aren't going to be on as long as, let's say, someone who has like a huge alignment issue. His is mostly just overcrowding and a little bit of alignment, but not nothing real crazy, you know. But I am fixing to get off in a minute because I have to go get dressed and cleaned up. We're going out to eat and to celebrate my mom not having cancer. So I want to thank you to everybody who has sent me, good vibes for that, and prayed and did whatever it is that you do to, whether it be praying, whether it be, sending good vibes, or whatever that is that you believe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he don't have to have headgear or nothing like that. His is just a slight alignment. You know what I'm saying? Slight. So, but he does have to have his oral surgery to get those cuz his wisdom teeth never broke the skin. They're actually underneath, so they have to be cut out because they never broke the skin. Yeah, Miss Betty, I was so freaked out when they said it was malignant and we were waiting on a secondary test to really confirmation it. I was freaked out, but when they came back and said it was benign and there's less than a 4% chance of it ever turning to cancer, I was super excited. Now, there's a possibility they may still want to do surgery to remove the thyroid just in case, but I don't know. They may just do a wait and watch procedure where, they just keep an eye on it and stuff. But yeah, so we're gonna be dealing with that. Also, the we got a good report from the liver doctor yesterday for my son. He did not repeat the blood work because he said that he thinks he's doing fine. So he has to see him in another 4 months, and they'll repeat the blood work then. But so everything's looking great right now. Yeah, yeah. He doesn't actually have any pain, but he will after they do that cutout. But I'm gonna go get cleaned up and dressed and all those other things and blah 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 blah. I want to thank you all for being here today. I'm gonna try to make it to everybody's chats today. If you see me come in and I'm talking very little, it's probably because I'm busy or doing something. But I'm gonna try to be at everybody's stuff. Y'all know I try to support everybody. And if you do have a live and want to do it at a specific time, please tell us in chat because I do the morning show so I can kind of get out the information in case YouTube doesn't give your notification out, because sometimes YouTube is a bitch about notifications. That way we can tell everybody, right? And just know that I love you all very much and thank you for being here today. I hope you all have a very good day and I'll see you later. And Charlie bit me. Okay. And also for you motherfuckers out there with some stinking ass asses, please wash your ass and wash your face, and preferably not with the same damn rag. So you walk around here with ass face, and do Jesus, brush your teeth, and don't be walking around here with halitosis breath. Thank you very much. Yeah. Stay clean, stay loved. All right. Bye. Huggies. Wash your ass.
From the TUPELO, I'm reppin' my hood, so love I'm gon' show. From the TUPELO, I'm reppin' my hood to the day that I go. From the TUPELO, E-L-O. I'm reppin' my hood, so love I'm gon' show from the T-U-P-E-L-O. I'm reppin' my hood to the day that I go.
I'm from the west side, we don't need no introduction, this was the best ride. We all big boy rolling and holding, come take a test drive. Hilldale, Evergreen, Glenkirk, Outer Street, bending every corner on the west, and that's where I'll be. Sunroof back, Captain C banging down 1800, chunking up the deuce to my post slanging down on 1800. Show no love to the ladies that's training round on 1800, making time stand still, crystalline swinging down on 1800. Watching out for them knuckleheads that be stanging round on 1800. Big rims and low pros be blanging round on 1800. Better completely change the way you're thinking about round 1800. Really hate to see you boys get left slanking round 1800. Out the street got some history, just let Captain C lay it out. If I don't finish it all on this one, let the second verse play it out. Remember the blue apartments from OG standing back there by 60 deep. Bull walking, car blue, a big Anthony using P.
I'm from the T-U-P-E-L-O. I'm reppin' my